In the last few days, I've had some viewers express some frustration with Boldin because they're tired of Boldin's eye candy charts and they prefer to pull the numbers out into a spreadsheet so they can do their own analysis. Well, today I'm going to show you how to do that and a few workarounds to get at the data that's not quite so readily available. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is David, and this channel is all about retirement tech. Specifically, of late, we're talking about the Boldin retirement planning software. I hope you find today's video to be useful. If you do, I would really appreciate it if you could give me a like, and if you haven't already done so, subscribing would be just awesome. Thank you so much. It's straightforward to get most of your data out of Boldin. You come over here to the nav bar on the left, you click download and print, and then over here on the right, it says export your data. You can download it to a spreadsheet. It gives you a CSV, or you can view your plan's data online. Now, before I demonstrate those, let's make one very important point. You need to make sure you have your toggle set correctly. Come up to the top of your plan and click on Adjust Your Scenarios Forecast. And there you need to choose either today's dollars or future dollars, because that setting will affect how the numbers are presented in the CSV file and also what's shown to you on the screen. Across the bottom here, optimistic, average, and pessimistic. Don't worry about those because the output that comes from Boldin will give you all three of those data sets. Now let's download the spreadsheet. Click on the button, pick a folder you want to put it in, you save it, and then you can open that up inside of the spreadsheet of your choice. It'll parse it for you, and there is your data. Let's quickly look at how the spreadsheet is organized. Across the top, you'll find your different categories of data. First on the left, then across all the way out into the far right of your data table, you'll find at the top the age and year for you, and if you have them in your plan, your spouse. Coming down through the rows, you'll find that we have all of our data broken into three different categories. The first category is listed right here, assumptions. It says optimistic. You're going to get three data sets in this spreadsheet. The first data set is all of the numbers created for you under the optimistic set of scenarios. Then you're going to get the same set of numbers produced under the average scenario. And then finally, you're going to get the same set of calculations done, but using the pessimistic assumptions. So you have three full runs in this set of data. Now keep in mind, these are linear projections. This has nothing to do with Monte Carlo. These are Boldin's linear projections. The next column is the category. So it's broken into categories, kind of like you see on the links on the left side of the plan. But you have all of your accounts, your income streams, your expenses, contributions to accounts, withdrawals, and finally, taxes. And when we have one more column here called item, and under it, we have each of the different things under each of these categories. You have your different accounts, your different income sources, your different expenses, contributions, withdrawals, and taxes, and so forth. It's broken up into each of the different types of things. And this is really enough to get you going with doing your own plan inside of a spreadsheet or however you want to do your analysis. Now, where I ran into problems with this last year was I wanted to pull out not just my expenses, my aggregated expenses, because the spreadsheet provides me with aggregated categories of expenses. But of course, when you're using the detailed budgeter, what you're doing is you're creating a whole bunch of detailed expenses, and they're all part of your general recurring expenses. Instead of giving me recurring expense personal care and recurring expense travel and recurring expense automotive. It just took all of that and it rolls it up into recurring expenses. That wasn't doing me any good. It wasn't helping me accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. So that was frustrating. I contacted Boldin and they said it's just not something that they're going to offer at that point, and I was out of luck. But then along came Boldin AI. And Boldin AI provided me with a workaround to be able to get the details that I was looking for. And the method that I found that works will work the same way for any of the other aggregated pieces of information that you might want to get more details on. I'm going to show you how to do that now. So I want to get out the detailed expenses, not just the aggregated recurring expenses. So after a lot of trial and error and giving AI a variety of different prompts, this is what I finally came up with that could give me data. So let's open up the Boldin AI. I'm going to go into expand it here so it's easier to see. And let's give it this prompt. Give me a table of my inflation adjusted recurring expenses by category for 2033 through 2042. So Boldin comes back and says, I've projected your annual recurring expenses based on your current budget categories and adjusted them for a 3.5% annual inflation rate. So now we come down here and we look at this data, and you'll notice now we don't just have general recurring expenses, but we have food and hobbies and home maintenance and insurance and travel and so forth. It gives me all these numbers, which is really what I wanted before. Now I can get it. Of course, what am I going to do with this because it's not in a spreadsheet? Watch this. I can highlight the data, I can copy it, I can go to a spreadsheet, and I can paste it. And there it is. And I just do this for all of the decades that I want data for, and I have it available in my spreadsheet in order to be able to do this. This technique works great for recurring expenses. It also works well if you want to get a set of data that isn't dropped to you through the CSV. Another couple of data sets that Boldin won't give to you in the CSV are your assets. It won't break out your assets into cars and art and gold that you have in your basement. It just gives you an aggregated number. Same thing for properties. So here's a prompt you can use to get out all of your to get your property data out of the system. So let's give it this prompt. Give me a table of all inflation adjusted annual values for all housing and owned properties by category for all years of the plan. In this case, though, it did give me all of the years of the plan. It gave me the value of the primary house, of the property and property 3 here. So yeah, you get those details. You can take that, cut it, and paste it into a spreadsheet. So now all of you spreadsheet jockeys can use these types of prompts to pull data out of Boldin, put them alongside of the CSV that you've downloaded, and you just analyze data to your heart's content. And also, I have put down in the video description a link to a document that has these prompts as well as a few others that will help you pull more data from the Boldin retirement plan. And that's it for this video. If you got something out of it, please give me a like, put a comment below, tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. If you've got any ideas for additional subjects to cover, I'd really appreciate that. And I hope your retirement is even better than you could possibly imagine. Take care.